I've got a wife that has gone through FGM, so I live in it, so I know it. My wife has got 2 kids, and during those deliveries, during those giving birth to those children, I've seen the pain that she goes through. I've seen firsthand the effect that it had on her. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. So we have to talk about it as men and how we can talk to our community to try and sensitize them, educate them, to try and get the best out of them, to give them the tools they need really to be able to make informed decisions, to know that FGM is harmful, is no benefit to the girl child at all. So basically what we're here to do, we're here to have a conversation about FGM and how FGM affects our society and so on. So we're just going to do a quick introduction about ourselves.
My name is Taiwo Afolabi. I'm from Nigeria. I heard about FGM. It's very common in my community. Very, very difficult to stop this practice.
Okay.
Because if I go to my community now and talk to them that this practice is supposed to be stopped, they will just laugh at me. Because they will tell you that your mother's been cut. You understand? Because you are part of the community. They will not respect you.
I'm Kurdish from Syria. As international, we should look around the world who can support to stop this. For example, in UK it's illegal. So why not take this kind of situation, all this document, why it's been illegal to those countries which is they're doing FGM?
FGM / cutting is a crime. But the way I'm looking at it, government itself is not serious about this to reduce or to completely eradicate this problem. Because if you look at it, there are a lot of people still doing it, and there's no any conviction for a long time. I was so surprised.
Actually, in the UK especially.
So if there is a convictions, it's going to teach some
It's illegal
people
in this
lesson.
country, and if people are convicted to be practicing it in this country, they can go to jail for up to 14 years.
The purpose is to bring men together because we believe that FGM is everyone's business, and we believe that bringing men into the conversation would help to end the practice, because obviously, as you know, men are they play a very important role in our families, especially the cultures that FGM is practiced in. People migrate from their original countries and come to the UK and give birth to girls who grew up in Oxford. Like myself, I've got 2 girls who, if I wasn't educated enough, one could say they are vulnerable because, I am from an FGM practicing community. I want to protect my girls, and I want to see the next generation being protected. 10 years ago, for example, we wouldn't have men sitting down and talking about FGM. But now men are sitting down talking about FGM. Young people are talking about it. Even primary school children are talking about it in the language that they understand.
There are a lot of things attached to it. Depend where you come from. You understand? In my community, they believe different things. There are a lot of things attached to it. You understand? Because the sexual urge of the day, they want to completely reduce or kill it.
Once the girl being through to FGM, they don't have the female feeling. Was this is against the world, and they said I cannot do much because I don't know what to do. I don't have that feeling. Look, she said I'm seeing other female. I'm jealous of them because it's been cut off.
There are types of FGM. I don't know if you guys have heard the types that have been done on women. There are type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1 to do with total or partial removal of the clitoris, Part 2 to do with total and partial removal of the clitoris plus the inner lining of the skin as well. So the inner lip of the vagina has been taken off as well. Then part 3, that is the narrowing, tap 1 and 2 done, but not only that, they also do the narrowing. So they stitch the vagina together so to narrow it so that they can only have a hole to pee. That's it. So there will be piercing done and pricking done.
I'm a doctor who runs the Oxford Rose Clinic. The Rose Clinic was set up to help women and girls who are living with the consequences of female genital mutilation. So the majority of patients who would come to the Rose Clinic are women, and they are coming to seek help for some of the complications of female genital mutilation. But many of the women who are coming also have sort of psychological and emotional problems, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. One of the things we do in clinic is to offer what's called defibrillation, which is a very short procedure to open up the area, which enables them to pass urine, the menstrual blood, and have an easier relationship with their partner. I mean, the one thing that I still find a surprise after the years I've worked in and around this area is the shock that men have when they actually hear their wives talk about some of the problems they've been having. FGM is largely done on young girls by women, and many of the boys and men aren't truly aware of what actually happens. I've had men who've accompanied their wives to clinic who've sat and cried when they've actually heard what their wives endured as small children. But I think the important thing is if you suspect someone's at risk, we should speak up against it, because it is a form of child abuse. It is associated with long-term severe complications for some children, and it should be stopped.
In terms of the education part of it, we've talked about a lot here today, and it's important, very interesting points have come out of it. I think from now we need to now start all being a change agent, so we go and spread the message out there.
It shouldn't be approached in a way that the communities, the people who are practicing it, are seeing it as an attack on their culture or an attack on their religion. The educational component must emphasize on the health implications.
Yeah, now I'm free to say it. But back home, I'm not free to do that. Honestly speaking, these people are so powerful. It's beyond your control. But yeah, I'm free, I can say it out. But if you can encourage this kind of sitting, you can do more to talk to people, so that people will know that this practice is barbaric as a kind of child abuse, and it must stop.
I think it was great really today to be here and to know what's happening, because my information was very limited. But today I found a lot of things about the FGM, and I think I'm going to say to all my friends, the family, the people I know, what happened and what we do about it really. I think it's great to be here and to know more about it. Thank you.
I'm going to say it's just good to talk about it, because it's like a taboo subject. People don't even want to discuss it. So just talking about it, hopefully the message will go out there. And like you said, education, man, that's key. You know what I mean?
Education.
That's key, man, that's key.